Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Syracuse. We are your celebration team. We're here to help you celebrate. And in honor of this being the weekend prior to Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday and MLK Day, we're going to do a few things to honor him and to honor his movement. And Akosua has some things to let you know about this song, Lift Every Voice, we're going to sing. So I'm just going to ask her, and then when we're done, if you would all be kind enough to stand and sing with us.
Good morning. It's upstairs. Good morning. You know I see people out there. Good morning. Good morning. There you have it. So this song is Lift Every Voice and Sing, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of background about that. It was written by James Weldon Johnson, who was an American author, educator, lawyer, diplomat, songwriter, and civil rights activist. He also was a leader in the National Association for Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP, which was founded in 1917. He wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing kind of as the national anthem to millions of African Americans, and he was widely known as a man of many talents, all of which he used in some form to help shape America's history. Lift Every Voice and Sing was actually not written as a song, but was written as a poem when he created it, and it was performed for the first time by 500 school children in celebration of President Lincoln's birthday on February 12, 1900 in Jacksonville, Florida. So that's a brief history lesson for you from where this song came from, which many poems turn into songs and many songs turn into poems. So if you'd please stand to sing this, we'd appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let us rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with the steady beat and not our weary feet, come to a place for which our Father sighed. We have come over the way that with fears that have been tottered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts of the world we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you so much, and for letting us join in on that song. It's beautiful. So welcome everyone to Unity of Syracuse. We're glad you're here this brisk and sunny day. My name is Nancy Hazard, and I'm your platform assistant for today. I also would like to welcome and greet those participating in today's service via live streaming. Thanks for being with us. So let's open up today's service with the daily word. The word for today is guidance. I walk in faith, guided by my inner light. Striving to express my spirituality while living a human experience, I sometimes find myself praying for guidance. Which path should I take? Which choice should I make? In truth, I never lack guidance. It might not always arrive as a clear and detailed message from on high. I might even find myself called upon to trust and follow my inner intuition, to have faith where doubt may reside. I express that trust by placing one foot in front of the other, moving forward with conviction that my steps are taking me precisely where I need to go. As I walk, I am guided by an inner light that would not have appeared if I simply stood still and waited. And from Matthew 7:8, for everyone who asks receives, and everyone who searches finds, and for everyone who knocks, the door will be opened. Now, certainly, when we're platforming, I'm sure that other platform assistants do this too. You read it ahead of time, a few days, and say, what the heck am I going to do? Well, when I first read this, I immediately got up and ran for the refrigerator. Okay, not inside the refrigerator, but the outer door of the refrigerator, because I've had a quote there for years by Gilda Radner. And she wrote, or she said, life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it, without knowing what's going to happen next. Delicious ambiguity. I just love that. It is delicious, yes. And Ed and I have started this year, we've always read the daily word in the morning, almost every morning, along with the daily reading from Opening Doors Within by Eileen Caddy, C-A-D-D-Y, not Emily Cady. Well, this year we also bought Edward Hayes' A Book of Wonders. It's daily reflections for awakened living. This one also, I don't know why it floored me, but it did, that this reading jived with today's message. He wrote, belief in the creed is not sufficient to be truly a believing Christian, at least so taught the teacher who placed belief in action above belief in truths. In his last judgment parable, the teacher rewarded with paradise those who unknowingly had cared for him in caring for the needs of the poor. I'm not going to read the rest of it because we have a full service today, but I also want to read you today's from Opening Doors Within. Most of it. There are many wonderful things to do in life, but what can you do best? Find out and then go ahead and do it and enjoy doing it. Give all you have to that job and do it with love and joy. See what fun life can be, not just for yourself, but also for all those souls around you. Unless you give of your very best to the whole, you cannot hope to become part of that whole. You cut yourself off from it, and there is no wholeness in you. What deep satisfaction you will find when you do what has to be done perfectly, and you do it for the benefit of the whole. So, anyway, all of those, oh my goodness, they all connect, at least in my brain, they all connected, in my heart. Okay, and right now, Reverend Edith is going to be coming up and talking to us before the kids go downstairs.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As you know, I'm Reverend. I don't want to forget my name, so I have to make sure you guys help me out a little bit. So today, we're going to honor and appreciate the team leaders and the team members that have served on those teams. Next Saturday, on January 20th at 6 p.m., you all are invited, and anyone you want to bring with you, to a celebration. It's a celebration of all of the things that the teams have done, appreciation of all of you, but also it'll be a team fair, a dance. We're going to shake it down, with Tommy B that's up in the choir loft. Y'all can't see him, but he's up there taking care of our mics and whatnot. He's going to do the music and a dinner. It's not a potluck, you understand? Don't bring food. We're going to provide for you. Now, what I realized is I forgot to, we want you to sign your name. Just first name is fine. We want to get a count of how many are coming. I'll go get that out of my office before we're done, because I want to pass it around. Some of you, I know you'll be leaving, but we really want you to come. It's going to be an Italian dinner. We'll take care of the vegetarians and vegans. All of that is already going to be provided, and a fabulous time. Anyway, right now, we're going to honor all the team leaders. So, what I have here, I'm going to start off with the usher team, and if I could have Donnie and EJ, we have EJ. Donnie's working? Okay, so Donnie, if you're looking at us live stream, we want to appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Donnie and EJ are our usher team leads. And anybody who has served on the usher team, if you can please stand so we can appreciate you too. If you've ushered at any given time. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then we have, it's a bunch of them. Does somebody say something? Okay. Mark Wildman, he's not here yet, but he's our music director. And then we have Sally Dosage Bloom, our celebration team lead. And well, I'm getting there, darling. I'm getting there. See, well, team leaders, They're all part of me. I know, they're part of you. But we want to honor and appreciate you first, darling, for all that you do. And in the many, many ways that she gives. And now anybody who has served on the celebration team, if you ever sang with the celebration team, yes, Janine, anybody who's ever sang with the celebration team, we want to love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we'll make sure we give Mark his, and if you see it, Mark, I'll have it. It'll be either in your box or on the piano bench for next week. Next we have, well, this gentleman is our team leader's team lead. And, he's just kind of an all-around kind of guy. We have Leland Jackson. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you. Next we have Mina Bradley Colger. Yes, team lead. Come on up. She's the team lead of, well, she sends all of the cards out, and anytime anyone's having any hospitalizations or people who pass on, and babies, if we have them, we sure would like to have some babies born. She sends these beautiful cards out. Thank you so, so much for all that you do. Thank you. Okay, next we have Patsy Scala and Sibby Morrow. Sibby's not here, so we'll give it to Patsy. Is Sibby coming this afternoon?
Yes, she'll be downstairs.
She's downstairs? Okay, so get her. There she is, Sibby. So we've got Sibby. And Sibby, her and Patsy are the team leads of the chaplains, but, Sibby's bookstore, she's in the kitchen, she's all over the place like everyone else. We just want to honor and appreciate you. And anybody who's been on a chaplain team, who are on the chaplain team, or ever been on the chaplain team, please stand. Yes, yes. See all these people giving of service, because service feels good. Okay, now we have Chris Shuck, and he's not here, but he's our, whoa! Hey, how did I miss you? Oh my goodness. So Chris Shuck is our audio-visual team lead, and so the videos, which are, all of what we do, so people can see it. Hi, everybody out there. This is Chris. Love and appreciate you. Anybody who has served on that team, audio-visual team, please stand. Yes. We got Tommy B up there doing it today. Yes, 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 yes. And Lorraine McNair, who helped us with getting our live streaming going on. She's not here today. We're honoring all of the teams. Okay, now we have a Coastal Washington Woods and Charlotte Crossway. So Akosua, they're the team leads. They're the team leads of the welcome team. So people get calls from the welcome team, and she makes sure we get our name tags on. Hey, put your name tag on. So we want to really honor and appreciate you and Shar. I know Shar's watching from Florida. Hey, Shar, thank you so, so much. And anybody who has served on that team at any given time, please stand. We got Tavion, and Nancy Hazard has served on that team before. I'm trying to remember who else. Well, you would know who you are. Okay. Oh, I'm getting toward the end. Well, sort of. Now we have Bob Kolars and Donna Littner. Barb's downstairs. Oh, there she is. Gosh. Oh, both of you, come on up. Oh my gosh. Yes. So they're the team leads of the kitchen. The kitchen, that's how we get our food. I thought you were still downstairs, so I was like, you're going back down? Yes, so all the food and sandwiches and all that hot stuff we get to eat, they're the team leads for that. Yes. If anybody has ever served on the kitchen team, please stand. Al, yep, Okay, then we have Carol Cope. Hey, Carol, she's watching via live stream. Carol Cope, well, she was the team leader of our Unity Cares, which that team would fix food and stuff for people who have been hospitalized and sometimes give rides and whatnot. Carol's been the team lead, and she's stepping down from that. So it's an opening. If anybody feels like they want to coordinate something like that, and it's not that this list is already there, it's just we need a person that would then activate that list, and contact them or email them if someone's having surgery or anything like that. So thank you so much, Carol. And she's been celebration team all over the place. Thank you, Carol, so much for all you do. Oh, and home. Yep, we're home. Oh, anybody who's been with Unity Cares. And now I know you're a large team, so it was about 25 or 28 of y'all. Anybody who was on that team, you signed the paper. Just please stand so we can honor and appreciate you. Yes. Thank you. Then we have Patty Oatman. Patty O is now the team lead of our facilities team, but she also is what I call the lady that cleans. She makes sure that see how good the green carpet looks? There's no salt on it or anything, unless you just brought it in. Yeah, she does. Yes, thank you so much for what you do. And anybody who has been on the team with her, please stand. Facilities team people, yes. And next we have Stacy Wright. This is a new team that has just started. It's the Unity Community Outreach Team. And remember the Bears? Yes, they took over having the Bears, and we provided meals for some people from here in our community as well as outside of Unity. And gosh, it's been so amazing having you be the team lead of this. We just want to love and appreciate you. Thank you so much for all you do. And anyone who is on that team, on the Unity Outreach team, please stand. Thank you so much. Okay, I got 2 left. Uh-oh, we got Joanne Nowicki. I think I said it right. And she was the grounds team lead. So, you know, when we planted and put bulbs and all that stuff, she does that. And she's not doing it. She stepped down. You gonna step back up?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. And anybody who has been on that team with her, got your hands in the dirt and stuff, please stand. Thank you. Yes. That's perfect. And lastly, we have our Youth and Family Minister team lead, Natalie Darts. Look at Tavion. Look at him. He's just clapping. He loves you. She is like, oh my God, what a blessing you have been for these years of service that you've given to us and to the youth. You're so amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is what serving looks like. All the people who've been on the, yes, YFM teachers, helpers, volunteers, all of you who have ever gone over there, ever, please stand. Thanks, Leland. Yes, thank you so much. And so, you know, this is what giving looks like. This is what giving looks like. Perhaps all of you will be there with us to celebrate, all of us, everyone, on Saturday. I'll go get the sign-up sheet. I'm going to pass it around in here. And thank you so much, everybody. And thank you, all of you who have given service. Wow, what an amazing thing. Thank you so much. Okay, while you go this way, I'm going down. Okay.
All right, so now finally the kids can go downstairs. The children get to go to the YFM, and we're going to, please meet your teachers in the back, and we'll sing you out. Love you, bless you, we truly, truly appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you. And now, as you're able, if you'd stand, please, and join me in our statement of being. It's on the screen. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with His perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And now we can turn around and say hi to the folks near us. And if you prefer not to get a hug, just stick your hand out for a handshake. And those watching via live stream, please know we're sending you a virtual hugs.
Got up this morning singing,
God is so good.
oh yeah, I got up this morning singing,
God is so good.
you know I got up this morning singing,
God is so good. Oh, my
God is so good to me.
Put your hands together.
Feeling good down in my soul, yeah.
God is so good.
I am feeling good down in my soul, yeah.
God is so good.
Oh, feeling good down in my soul, yeah.
God is so good. Yeah.
My God is so good to me.
Whoa.
In my trouble, I know that
God is so good.
in my time of trouble, I know that
God is so good.
in my time of trouble, I know that
God is so good. Whoa.
my God is so good to me. In my time of triumph, I know that
What is it? He's so good.
in your time of triumph, do you know that
God is so good.
in my time of
Yeah.
triumph, I know that
God is so good. Yeah.
my God is so good to me.
Oh, hallelujah.
And when my day is over, I'm singing.
God is so good.
I said, when the day
Yeah.
is over, I'm singing.
God is so good.
When your day is over, are you singing?
God is so good.
My God is so good to me. Every day in every way, yeah.
God is so good.
I said every day in every way, yeah.
God is so good.
Every day in every way, yeah.
God is so good. Whoa.
My God is so good to me.
Oh, I got up this morning.
I got up this morning
Oh, yeah.
singing.
God is so good.
Did you get up this morning singing?
God is so good.
I got up this morning singing.
God is so good. Whoa.
My God is so good to me.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
My God is so good to me.
Oh, one more time.
My God is so good to me.
Wow. Anybody else feeling really warm now? All right. And now we move to the announcements. And now please be sure and check your bulletin. There are a lot of things going on, but certainly already the prayer chaplains know there's our monthly meeting today from 1 to 3 in the green room. Next Sunday is the YFM teachers meeting at 12:15. This coming Thursday, the 18th at 7 is the board meeting. Now, we have been talking about being of service. We'd encourage anybody who can stay to help take down the Christmas decorations after the service, please do. Take them down, store them, and stash them somewhere. And Patty will be our lead on that. Most of Reverend Edith's lessons throughout this year will be focusing on the book, The Endless Practice, Becoming Who You Were Born to Be by Mark Nepo. Excuse me.
The books are here. My God. We ordered them Tuesday and they were here on Friday. Wow. I know, and they came out of Canada, but I think they have a warehouse in Buffalo. This is the book. All of you who have signed up for this book, your book has your name on it downstairs. We have already sold 2 extra ones at the first service, and I think there's like 4 left. So of those 4, If they get sold, well, they will, then we'll have you sign another list of names and we'll order more the beginning of the week so that they'll be here by the end of the week. But this book is called The Endless Practice, Becoming Who You Were Born to Be. Now, I know you know who you are, but who are you really? We're going to be exploring this book for most of the year. It's 42 chapters. If you purchase the book today, read the introduction because it's a little longer. The average chapter is about 7 pages long. And I'm just going to be diving into it a little bit, but you'll get to read it more intensively on your own. And there are questions in the back of each chapter to assist us. This is an amazing book by Mark Napo. He was on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. It's an amazing best-selling author. So here's a plug for our annual book. It goes along with our theme for the year, which is the courage to imagine. Thank you for helping me out. The courage to imagine. So imagine that there is more to you than you already know. Get a book. Thank you.
And only $10, it's amazing. Okay, and Reverend Edith's class on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 or Thursday mornings from 11 to 1 has begun, and it runs through February 8th. The class is on the history of New Thought, and it's powerful stuff, so do take advantage of that as well. Now, I know that Stacy wanted to come up for just a moment, and while she's coming up here, I just want to remind you, please sign up downstairs for the Team Fair dinner and dance. Great. Okay, sign up there, and if you don't get to the sign-up sheet, do that downstairs. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. On behalf of our community outreach team, I wanted to say thank you to everybody. In November, when we collected food supplies and gift cards, we were able to collect just over $200 worth of food items. And so I wanted to express my thanks for that. For our stuffed animal collection, we were able to collect 49 stuffed animals. And again, I wanted to say thank you. For our January to February project, you'll see in the church bulletin that we've taken on a project to collect supplies and cash donations for the Second Chance Canine Adoption Shelter, which is out of the Jamesville Correctional Facility. There are many animal shelters in the area that we could have adopted, but we chose this one because of the ripple effect that it has into the community. I spoke to the wife of one of the corrections officers, and she was telling me that this not only benefits the animals and the inmates and the officers, but all of their family members. As they're working with the animals and they're learning to love and to be loved. And so this is why we decided to take up this particular cause for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So I won't read through the bulletin, but I would ask, if you can find it in your heart, to select one or more of these items that are on the list to bring in. Please reach out to me or anybody on our community outreach team. We would gladly appreciate your support. Thank you.
Stacy, is there a certain point to drop these off? I forgot a box today. I was running late. Sorry.
The social hall by the man's door is where I'm hoping to have it set up.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay, and now is the time to welcome our guests. Is there anyone here that's only been here, maybe this is your second or third time, or you haven't been here in a long time and you're coming back to us for today's service? Please raise your hand if that meets you. Okay, thank you for being here. And we have a gift for you downstairs in the bookstore, so don't dash out this front door, okay? Go down there and pick it up after the service, along with some food. How about anyone visiting us for the first time? Raise your hand if you're here for the first time. We have Renee. Okay, Renee, welcome. And again, EJ is bringing you a little packet. We'd appreciate you filling out the card attached to it. And there's a candle. And that candle represents that light within you, Renee. So when you light that at home, remember us and remember that that light is within you. Okay. All right, and of course, everybody's invited to stay downstairs and join in on fellowship. I saw some really good food down there already, so that'd be great. 5 basic principles are on the screen now. Is there anyone here who would like to share how one or more of these has impacted their lives this past week? Marguerite.
Good morning. Good morning. As many of you know, I'm a traveling nurse practitioner, and I will speak in the microphone. So today was supposed to be my last Sunday, and I was praying and praying because there was no job to go to. But on the Burning Bowl, which was my 25th year of coming to the Burning Bowl, I burned the belief system that I was undeserving and the belief system that the traveling nurse practitioner job market was bad. Because after 24 years in Unity, it's about time I got my belief system together. If you've ever heard of Michael Rice, who wrote, "Why is this happening to me again?" He said, it's all about your BS, your belief system. So what happened this week, but they extended my contract 2 more weeks to the 2nd of February and most likely to the 2nd of March. Thank you, God. I get to be with my wonderful friends here, and I have a paycheck. Yay, God.
Woo. All right. And Janine, I see your hand up too.
Yeah, I have to tell, I didn't come to church last Sunday, but I was live streaming. I didn't come to church just last week but I live streamed. But as we create our life through our way of thinking, and the reason I couldn't come to church because I couldn't get out of my driveway, and Jim was sick, and we had this snow blower, and it was conking out. I couldn't use it anyhow, so rather than going from a place of fear and feeling victimized, I took responsibility. I called my neighbor across the street, Carol, who's a neighbor but also a good friend. And when her husband was ill, my husband used to go over and help him. So I knew that, and as she had somebody that she hired. So and so she gave me the name, and I called him, and within a couple hours the driveway was cleared. And so again, yesterday the driveway, and Jim was sick again. So and I saw the guy plowing drive, so I called him, and he didn't even charge me. He says, "Don't worry about it. I'll catch you next time." So stuff has happened like this to me all the time, but I'm not. It's because the way I'm thinking, I'm not coming out of a place of fear. It's through, and it's love, and it works.
Thank you, Janine. Okay, and now is the time for our prayer request blessings. So Unity was founded on prayer. At Silent Unity, prayer has been continuous for over 125 years. If you have not yet placed your written prayer intention or request in this prayer box, you can do so at the end of the service or simply hold it in your heart. Prayer intentions are held in prayer in confidence here for 30 days. In other words, we don't look at them. And then we mail them to Silent Unity, where they hold them in prayer for an additional 30 days. Now, before Akosua prays over the prayer box, I'd appreciate it if all the prayer chaplains in service today would stand, please. Okay. Stacy, and I know Ann is in Delaware now, so okay. We're here for you. So please, if you have any desire at all to pray with one of us, take advantage of the opportunity. And now, I was supposed to say that earlier and forgot.
As we take a deep breath in, we take that deep breath of peace. We take that deep breath of love. But most of all, we know and we affirm that each and every one of us excludes love out into the world, because that's who we are. And so these prayers that are in the prayer box are just an extension of that love. We put it out there because we know that what comes back to us is wonderful, 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 and magnificent, because prayers are always answered. As we hold these prayers in the box, but also those deep within our heart and our soul, we know that we have the answer when we go to that still small space. When we dwell there and we dwell in love and peace and silence, it always comes to us, because we know that each and every one of us is surrounded in a circle of power, a circle of honor, a circle of dignity, and most of all, we are circled in peace and in love. So as we walk forth today, tomorrow, and each and every day from now on, we just keep deep within our souls and deep within our hearts that we stand in love. Amen.
Now is the meditative part of our service. Some of you may have already joined me in closing your eyes. And if you have not done so, I invite you to do that now. And those of you who may not be comfortable with closing your eyes, I simply invite you to focus on one spot in the room. Perhaps it's the light on our Christ candle. Perhaps it's just in front of your lap. But focusing on one spot. For we affirm and understand there is no spot where God is not. And now I invite you to relax even more fully and completely into the seat where you are sitting. Letting God, letting go. Letting God, letting go. Releasing whatever it took to get here, releasing the fullness of the day, and just be in this present moment. Oh, what a glorious day this is. For each of us have stepped boldly into it. Affirming that there is this presence, the presence that is flowing through each and every one of us now as the light that shines brightly within us. And in our releasing, may we focus on the light, to know that we are shining that light brightly, to know that it is radiating out from us. And then it comes right back to us. May we focus on the light as we join our hearts and minds together in the silence, where we co-create our beingness right here in this moment, right now. We focus on the light by saying, I am one with the light. I am one with the light. In the silence, we consciously connect together as one. I am one with the light. I am one with the light. I am. I am one. I am one with the light. I am one with the light. And in this expanded state of awareness, we bring into our hearts and minds all of the prayer intentions that have been placed in our prayer box. And if anyone has any person, including yourself, or someone else, a situation, a circumstance that is on your heart right now, just bring it to your mind and bring it to this space. For in this space, we are declaring the highest and best for all. We also hold in our mind and heart, continuing to convalesce all of those who are getting better and better and better, especially K-Niche. We give thanks for all that we are in this moment and time we share. And so it is, and so we allow it to be. Amen.
Yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, sing your song in me. Oh, wonderful Spirit, sing your song in me, sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, in me, dance and smile into my heart. Wonderful Spirit, dance and smile in me, dance and smile into my heart. Whoa, whoa, Spirit.
Good morning again, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, that's better. I knew it was more than two people. You know, I was just wondering what was up. Thank you so much, Lucy. Hi, 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 hi. It is warm. Yeah. Somewhere. It's warm in here. Yeah? It's warm in Puerto Rico? Yeah. It was really warm on Thursday and Friday. I made sure I went out with no coat on, you know. So I saw people with shorts on Thursday. Was it one of you? No, not? Okay. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods. I'm so grateful for this day. This the second Sunday in 2018. Isn't it wonderful? And today being the day before our national holiday honoring Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But did you know that tomorrow is his actual birthday? He was born on January 15th, 1929. That would have made him 89 years old. Yeah. Yeah. I want to tell you a few things about him, just in case you don't know. Did you know he skipped the 9th and the 12th grade? He entered into college at age 15. Yeah. Yeah, I know, that's really something, isn't it? You just had 2 years, not 4, 2. And he had this calling. We get that, right? He was called to be a Baptist minister. There were many Baptist ministers in his family. Now, his name wasn't Martin. His name is Michael Luther King. But everyone called his dad Martin and called him Martin, and they also called him ML. Isn't that wonderful? But he didn't get the calling to do what we really know of him with the nonviolence and whatnot until after Rosa Parks had refused to give up her seat in 1955. And he became involved with the bus boycott movement and said to be one of the leaders of that movement. But he was what they call a learned person. Obviously, if you went to college at 15, you might be a little learned. And a studier of sorts. And he had heard about Mahatma Gandhi, and he went to India in 1959 to study and to find out about the principles of nonviolence that Mahatma Gandhi had been doing. He was so intrigued by it that he brought these principles of peaceful resistance back to the United States. And there it began, his other calling. You know, we're called to serve. And sometimes what we think our calling is, it may not be what our calling is, which is why we're going to be really studying it in depth, the book that I had mentioned earlier on who we were called to be. You know, I don't know what this world would be like if we didn't have a man called Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't even know if we would be sitting in this sanctuary, the very many different cultures and races that we have represented in our church and unity of Syracuse. Because back then, it did not happen. You wouldn't even consider it. You wouldn't even think about it. It was an absolute no-no. It was a taboo. So we're honoring him in a sense, you know, just kind of thinking about what does it mean for us to be and live as one in this great United States. You know, Gandhi said this. He said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And this is what happened with Dr. Martin Luther King. Did you know that in his calling to serve in the capacity with peaceful non-resistance, he was jailed at least 29 times. And they say that when people go to jail that they don't turn out to be nothing. Well, I don't think that's always true. That there is always some glimmer of possibility, no matter what area of life we happen to have been born in and lived through, that it's always something being born for us to grow through, for us to give of ourselves. And we see this in his example. But we also see it in examples we have here. Now, I know a lot of us always may wonder, well, you know, I can't be of service in any way. I can't do that. I can't. I don't have enough time. How many of you don't have to raise your hand, often say to yourself, I don't have enough time to do that? Well, if we have time to go to the grocery store, we have time to get gas, we have time to go down the street in our car, we have time to look at television and CNN and MSNBC or whatever it is we watch, then we have time to serve. But you know, one of our examples today that we celebrated is our celebration team. I know you might not can't see that picture real good, but this is a picture of them last year, and they're black and white, and you can see all of those people. We said Mama B and Lucy and Akosua, and there is Maria Isabella Gonzalez, and back there is Al, and we have Dana Dane, and there's Carol. Carol, you're up here on the slide. And they serve. Now, some of the benefits that we would have to serving is they get to have a friendship. Don't you? You have this deep friendship on the first celebration team, and some of the other teams, they do stuff together, like go out and bowl, or remember the bowling? Or they have food and fun and friendship. And sometimes they invite me and I get to go. But when you're on a team and you're serving, you get to really, in an intimate way, learn things about each other that you may not have known. It's really fun to have that way to socialize, that way to be a part of a team, and it provides us with joy, and giving feels good. You know, in the Revealing Word, our book of metaphysical terms by our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, he said this about giving. He said, giving and receiving that is necessary to give freely if we are to receive freely. The law of receiving includes giving. So we get, but we have to be willing to give too. See, all of us here today are giving and receiving. You know, we also do that when we go outside of our community, and we do it in all kinds of ways. Like the celebration team is going to be singing on the 28th as part of a big mass choir. The Syracuse University's annual Martin Luther King celebration, and they'll be singing, and I don't know if I'm going because I'll be 58 that day. I don't know if I want. Well, I'll pray about it. But anyway, and guess what? Just from giving of that service, all the people who go, including us, gets to eat the really good food. The food is really good, and the pies are amazing. But we also do it in ways like I'm showing you right now. Last August, we participated in something that happened with our triangle of spiritual communities. We have us here down the street, just like not even a block away. We have the Zen Buddhist Center, and now kitty corner to here, completing our triangle, is CNY Rise, which is a Turkish Muslim community. And those of you who remember that, we went over there, and gosh, we had so much fun, and the women in their jeeps, and it didn't matter. And the men were playing and having more fun making little prayer flags with the Akoswa and with the tie-dye and stuff than the women. It was just so much fun. This is how we give of ourselves. You know, giving sometimes looks very flowery. We don't know what that flower can look like, and this is a representation of beautiful flowers. It's not as clear as it is in the actual PowerPoint on our computers, but if you imagine, in the middle of that, I see the word stillness. That it takes stillness for us, like we do on Sundays, for us to turn within and join with the millions of people worldwide who are also sitting in the silence. And in that sitting in the silence, we get to listen to the still small voice within us that is leading and guiding our path. Well, what it looks like, I want to give you a quote by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He said this. He said, "Everyone can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make a subject and a verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love." You know, I think that's what happened up here today so far with the celebration team. Did you feel that love? The love was radiating out from them, wasn't it? I mean, it was just like, shh. And singing a song, "Pour Yourself in Me," and it was just like, I just want to melt, really melt. That's what it is like when we're willing to receive and we're willing to give. Giving really, really feels good. Don't you feel good right now? Mm-hmm. Well, here we go. So this is a slide of that flower, the close-up of the flowers I showed you. It was really our flower. The flowers that we have every Easter. Easter's on April 1st this year, not April Fool's, April 1st. And we have this empty flower, it's a round circle thing that's sitting in the middle of the, right there it sits. And we're given these flowers. Many of you know what I'm talking about. And before the end of the service, it looks very similar to what you see here. And again, it's hard to see with the way the PowerPoint shows it. But we make this beautiful bouquet of flowers together, all of us. And last year, the children made little, I'm going to call them affirmational words, like stillness, love. And they brought them up at the end of the service, and they were able to be a part in a very special and profound way. You see, this is what serving looks like. And when we give service to others, we give to ourselves because the circle has completed and returns right back to us. Like this circle. It returned back to us. And we sit and we notice it and we take it all in. Did we really create that? Yes, we did. Because we have the ability to create amazing and wonderful things. Now, when we serve, it really does come back to us. And you know the Cleveland Clinic? You know the one, the famous Cleveland Clinic that, you know, they have a lot of research and they save lots of people. They said that there are some benefits that we could have when we give. And I'm going to share with you a few of them. One of them is it can lower our blood pressure when we give. When we give, it increases our self-esteem because, you know, we feel good about what we're doing. It has the opportunity for us to have less depression. You know, this time of the year, because we don't have as much sun, some people have SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and they just become very sad and depressed. Well, when we give of ourselves, then that doesn't happen. It lowers our stress levels, and it gives us a longer life. And lastly, we have greater happiness when we serve. You see, I know that's why you came here today, when I know when I got here this morning, it was only -11. It's because you want to give and receive. And it took all of us in order for us to feel all warm and cozy in here. Yes. Well, our Bible verse for today helps us with that too. It's short and sweet. It's from Galatians book, chapter 5, verse 13, and it says, "Through love, serve one another." Through love, serve one another. You see, every day that I come here, every week when I see you, I look forward to seeing your faces, your smiling faces, your faces that that there's this energy that is radiating out from you, saying, "Hi, good morning, I'm here." And I get to say, "I'm here too." Now, we don't say I'm here, but that's what our energy is doing. And we're then joining with each other's energy and being welcoming and loving. And it feels so good. You know, I know that's why we keep coming back. It's not just because we want to sit in this church over 130 years old. No. It's because it feels so good to give of ourselves in this way. So giving and receiving are the same. They say that in attitudinal healing. Giving and receiving are the same. Well, there's this book that was written around 1900 called The Science of Being Great by Wallace Wattles. And he said, "The only service you can render God is to give expression to what he is trying to give the world through you." What is that infinite presence trying to give through you? We celebrated some people, but there's a whole bunch of folks that didn't stand up. Because we have pretty much everybody in here that assists during our chicken barbecues. We have people who showed up when we had our first annual auction last year that was, made $3,200, I must tell you. And we just give of ourselves in ways that when it comes back, it just helps our whole body temple, from the top of our heads down to the bottom of our feet. You see, the world is trying to give through you, through me, through all of us. And so I want to invite you again, I want to invite you to come on Saturday, have dinner, break bread with all of us. Even if you haven't given in some way you think, you've given by just being here. We have a person in our audience today who watched us live streaming and is now here. I didn't ask her permission, so I won't point her out. But isn't that wonderful that our live streaming, we started with the camcorder a year ago, that we have people who are watching. Hi, y'all out there. And people who may not could have made it out of their driveway, like last week, right, Janine? That are watching. And now we're actually seeing love offerings show up too. And so we're just so grateful to be able to give from ourselves to you and get it back from you. Thank you so much for giving of yourselves. I just so appreciate it. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Unity of Syracuse, we love you and we appreciate you. And we thank the universal presence for you. Thank you. And our affirmation for today can assist us with where we want to go with this. Here it goes. I am giving of myself because I like to feel good all of the time. Can you say that with me, please? I am giving of myself because I like to feel good all of the time. All right, take a moment to close your eyes and just be with these words. Feel good like you did when you were singing, God is so good. How you felt when you experienced the meditation. How you felt when you sang, pour yourself in me when you sang the Negro National Anthem, that's what we used to call it. But just feeling good right now. Just feel that just for a second. And know that you can take this feel-good feeling anywhere with you, any moment of the day. And open your eyes and let's say this affirmation one more time, please. Together. I am giving of myself because I like to feel good all of the time. And so it is. And so we allow it. Amen. And now it's time for our tithes, love offerings, and gifts. This is a chance where we get to show that we feel good in another way. The giving of our time, talent, and treasures is a way of us feeling good. I love to give. I love to give in many ways, and perhaps you do too. And we have our love offering blessing on the screen. If you'd say that with me, please. Together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. You are my source.
Hills of earth, for the mountains, hills, and pastures, for their silent majesty, for the life, for all of nature, sing we our joyful praise of peace. For the sun, for rain, for thunder, for the land that makes us free, for the skies, for all the heavens, sing we our joyful praise for peace.
Yes, thank you so much. So what does Gandhi have to say today? It's most fitting. Where there is love, there is life. You are the love. You are the life. Thank you for blessing all of us, each and every one of you. Yes, and I'll put my check in and I won't take it out. That's the way it's going to be. All right. And so we take a moment to, I hear a bunch of you, yep, rubbing those hands together, you know, out there in love streaming land, if you could like really imagine, and you could even do it too, actually. And we're creating this friction, but yet it's the energy that is radiating out from the core of our being through our hands toward this money substance as we bless it. Divine love, Abba, Mama, God the good, omniscience. We are so grateful for this day and all of us who are here giving service to each other. We bless this money substance, knowing that it comes back to the giver tenfold, knowing that we give as one. We're so grateful for how we get to be in service to each other. And we continue to allow ourselves to give such that it comes back to us. We give thanks in these many ways, and we bless this with love and appreciation. And so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for the children. Here they come. We're walking in the light.
everybody.
Hey.
So, introductions.
Hi, I'm Byron.
I'm Thomas.
My name is Tavion.
Tavion, honey.
My name is Curtis.
Mary Beth.
Okay, we're awake now.
So, I just wanted to recognize Thomas because he just got a ski instructor position. He had mentioned that he had to help push his car out of the snow, too.
Thank you so much. Anything else?
No.
Okay, great.
Short teachers meeting next week after church.
We got that. And Thomas is sporting our beautiful new Unity shirt. Can you kind of open that a little bit? Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. And we just love and appreciate you. Before we say the children's blessing, I want to let you know that as of today, all of the members from the teams are not on a team anymore. Because next Saturday, everybody signs up. And you get to move around to a different team if you want to and explore it for just 6 months. And then you can sign up for a different team. The team leaders will do their position until next January. So that way people can serve in different ways if they want to. So come out and eat next week. Matter of fact, go downstairs and eat because there's a lot of food. And some good soup. We got some good soup by a resident Puerto Rican. And so if you want to eat some Puerto Rican food, you might want to, I'm going to eat some hola mama, right? Yes. And so, thank you. And we have our children's blessing and affirmation. We bless our children wherever they are. We see them surrounded by love and light throughout the week. We have a thriving, expanded youth and family ministry. Yes, we do. And the prayer for protection? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And the peace song.
Let